Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I got into the highest tax bracket at the age of only 27 years old. If you're not familiar with the tax code and the tax rules and levels, you have to be basically making over $500,000 as a single person to be in the highest tax bracket, and at that point you're taxed at around 35 to 38%. But in this video, I'm going to explain what I did in order to get there. Now, before we get into the video, just two things. One, a little housekeeping. I'm out in Mexico in a tiny Airbnb. It's not a huge studio that I can record and have really cool background. So if looks a little weird with the mirror and the light there, the curtains and the wall, that's why out in Mexico. So I don't have the proper camera setup. I have a camera and a mini light. Besides that, if you're looking for any resources besides how to, buy and resell medical commodities, buy and resell pallets, buy and resell phones, start an independent courier business, many different business opportunities and business resources are down in the description, but also my contact information is down there if you're looking to connect and reach out to me. So let's get right into the video. The first thing you have to do, and I'm going to be looking down a few times because I did write down a few notes that I can tell you guys as far as what I did to get into the top tax bracket. The first thing that I did is I developed a high income skill. So you cannot get rich, you cannot get financially free with a job. If you're making 20, 30K a year, it's literally too slow. The biggest problem with a job is that it's just too slow. If you're making $1,000 a week and you're getting paid once a week, it's just too slow compared to entrepreneurs or business owners who might be getting paid $1,000 a day. Think about it. How quick do you make your money? How fast, at what rate of speed does the money come in? So that's the first thing, and you do that by having a high income skill. So I seen on Facebook, somebody said, who deserves to get paid more, this person or that person? And there was a huge Facebook argument. You know how those go. But it was so clear in my mind who should get paid more, and it's by the value you bring to the marketplace and what level of that skill or service is, how high is it? Is it the guy who works at McDonald's or is it Elon Musk? So the guy who works at McDonald's is easily replaceable, where Elon Musk is basically 1 in a million. So at what level of skills do you have, and how much value are you bringing to the marketplace? If you have a skill like buying and reselling medical commodities, buying and reselling pallets, or any of the different businesses or side hustles that I talk about in the description or on my channel, be sure to subscribe and put a thumbs up on this video if you are getting value from this. But you really have to have a skill set that the average Joe doesn't have, because if you have a skill set that the average Joe has, you get paid like an average Joe. So make sure that you have a high income skill. The next thing, or two, is live below your means. Yes, I could live in basically any apartment in anywhere in the United States. I'm not a millionaire, but like I said, I'm in the top tax bracket, so I'm doing pretty well. You have to live below your means. Just because you're making $500,000 a year doesn't mean you have to spend $500,000 a year. Now, I do think the first time you start making a lot of money, there is a good chance that you might actually end up blowing a lot of it. I know when I first started making money, my first attack at $100,000 a year, which was done by buying and reselling medical commodities. Information to that will be the first few links in the description. But when I first started making money, I never seen money like that before in my life. So I started to, as fast as the money was coming in, I was just letting it go right back out the door, buying clothes, buying jewelry, buying shoes, buying things that are just liabilities and bring no money back. And it's a learning lesson, and I think a lot of people might just have to go through that. But if you can, live below your means. Don't have a super expensive house or apartment if you don't need it. Don't have a super fancy car if you don't need it. Don't be buying overpriced designer clothes if you don't really need it. Now, if you really need it or if you really want it, then go ahead and get it. But I think a lot of those things are basically bought to impress others, and you'll realize that nobody really cares about what you're wearing, driving, or looking like, or living like. Most people really just worry about themselves. So for you to go out there and buy all this unnecessary, overpriced stuff, it doesn't make sense. So live cheap, drive cheap, live good, but don't spend money on things that you really don't have to. So that's number two. Number three is have a plan. So Obviously, if you're not where you want to be right now, you have to know how are you going to get there. 2022 is right around the corner, and you should be writing out your goals, your plans, your dreams, your goals, everything that you want to do in 2022, all the plans you want to make, all the steps you want to take, and have an idea as to where you're going, and you're not just winging it. You should have a goal that, hey, by the end of this quarter or the end of this month, I want to have X amount of dollars in my account, X amount of dollars invested, X amount of dollars in crypto, these many clients, these many businesses up and successful. So make sure you have some sort of plan so you know where you're going. If you're just aimlessly wandering, you might not get there. But if you know exactly where you're going and you have like a GPS roadmap, you have a better chance of getting to where you want to go. The next thing is get out of debt. So having bad debt can literally be like an anchor to your success. If you're having all these credit card payments, literally you just have to get rid of them. So one of the best ways to pay off debt is to start with the lowest balance. If you have a balance of $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000, knock off the $1,000 balance to zero. Then go for the card that has $2,000. Go for the card that has $3,000, because a lot of these things are literally just you paying interest. And if it's not like a mortgage, which is good debt, or something that's bringing you money, then you need to get rid of it. Those credit card payments will literally just have you throwing money out the window every single day. If you don't need debt, don't use it. But I would say have like a business credit card that you put a lot of your expenses on and then you pay it off at the end of the month. But to have high interest credit card debt can really be like a sucker, or a blood-sucking leech to your business. So if you don't need to be spending all this money every single month on those credit card payments, try to pay, if your minimum payment is $100, try to pay $300 twice or 3 times a month, so you can literally knock it out the way. You're better off making a lump sum and then making a little bit over the minimum payment. If you have the money coming in, then I would say just clear it out. If you don't have the money, then keep and stack the cash, because cash is king. But having bad debt is literally like a leech to your business. And then the fifth thing is to save your money. So like I said, if you have the money coming in, then I would say just go out there and knock the entire credit card balance to zero. But if you don't, then obviously stack the cash. But at the same time, you should be saving money every single month. If you're making $20,000 a month, every single month after your expenses and after you do your numbers and your bookkeeping, you should put 10 to 20% into a business savings account so that you can build your emergency fund, because you should have at least 6 to 12 months in your emergency fund in case everything goes to shit and you need to have some money in your savings account so that you can make your next plan of attack to go and figure out which way you're going to go. So those are the 5 things. Number 1, just to reiterate, obviously have a high income skill, whether you're a business owner or whatever it is. Like LeBron James, he has a high income skill set. He has a skill set that he gets paid top dollar because he's a top player. And that's the same for different business owners. The next thing is live below your means. Don't spend money you don't need to spend just to look cool, live cool, or any of that stuff. It's literally so meaningless and you're just gonna be wasting money for no reason. The next thing is set goals and make a plan. Know where you're going. What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to achieve? The next thing is get out of debt, because debt is literally a leech to your business. And then also save your money, because if you don't save your money, like I said, that's basically the same thing of living below your means. Don't make $10,000 a month only to spend $9,900. Literally try to stack cash, live below your means, live frugal. You don't have to be super cheap, but also be smart with your money. So there you guys go. Those are the 5 things that I did to get to the top tax bracket at only 27 years old. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and like I said, all resources are down in the description. The medical commodities information, the pallet information, flipping phones, starting an independent courier business, and anything else, as well as my contact information. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.